Hey everybody, I'm Chris.
I'm Josh.
I'm Seamus.
And I'm Rootscar.
And we are here in Hangsha doing bugged quests.
Oh, heaven knows I missed this. Heaven knows I missed running around frickin' Hangsha, listening to the most racist accents since minstrel shows, and just going off and doing dozens of side quests for increasingly shady peoples that take you to increasingly more out-of-your-way locations.
Wait a minute.
Oh,
I do have something about
super echoed.
Oh wow, that is echoey. I do have something to say about the super racist accents. There was the one that just really bugged us, the one with the super thick accent that we all like, oh, that's terrible. That woman is Chinese.
Oh lord. I
I
hate
don't
it when
know.
that happens. It's like I don't know what to believe anymore.
I know. Now it's possible she has a Chinese name and she comes from America, and then they asked her to play a Chinese character, or maybe they asked her to turn her accent up for this character. We don't know.
I like to think so. There's this sort of a possibly apocryphal tale about Marlon Brando where he used to do a scene first in method and second out of method, and if the director didn't notice the difference, he would just sleepwalk through the whole part. I like to think she just picked the most racist goddamn accent she could, and then when nobody complained, she just kept doing it to mock them.
Stop you, not fight you. A friend of yours sent me to convince you to turn.
What?
I suppose I could just typhoon these guys, but they are fighting Bell Tower. And Bell Tower just tried to kill us.
Why does it sound like you're meeting these guys inside of an
Start by
aluminum
explaining why
can?
you went rogue.
Or a pool. Is this a secret underground pool in the sewers?
Well, technically, this whole place is kind of a pool.
Wait a minute, did minstrel shows even have accents?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not going to do them. You're not going to trick me into doing a minstrel show accent. No.
What do you mean when you say you no longer share your employer's view?
Back in the U.S. when I first got into the
You know, this actually happened to me back in Dragon Age Origins. I just thought Liliana had the most horrible French accent I'd ever heard. Like, it was offensive to the ear. Turns out she's French. So,
But you don't
yeah.
work for the U.S. anymore. You work for Bell Tower.
So apparently you don't know what real French accents sound like.
No, see,
He's a
at first I thought that. I went to the sort of self-deprecatory, oh, I'm an American, all I know is Monty Python, yeah. But the thing is, I have some friends who also, sort of are familiar with French accents, and they told me that I didn't know what a French accent sounded like, and then they played the game, and they're like, okay, I can sort of see what you mean.
So BioWare doesn't know what a French accent sounds like and gave her all the wrong direction.
I think it's kind of like a fusion between a French and an American accent, and it sounds sort of strange.
I seem to remember Nicolette Duclair from the first Deus Ex not
Why don't you
having the
skip
best
the one
accent in the
which went
world.
sour?
I don't
Oh,
remember
Deus
that
Ex
too.
has never had good accents. Did I just say Deus accent? Never mind.
There's a massive edge over me.
Deus Ex.
Later, seeing as my unit was one of the most successful ones, they selected us for a special program. Top secret.
I have to wonder, do they really need, when they put implants in your body, do they really need to do that much damage to your face? Like, draw lines and put rivet
Well, they had to
dents
make his
into your
face
skin?
bigger so that
Basically controlling
they
what you
could,
can
I
and
don't
cannot
know,
remember.
And you
make it
agreed to
normal
this?
size.
Beware of false prophets.
I mean, they're able to hide scars now better than that. So you have to think that this is a choice. This is like getting tattooed up, is getting your hexagon grid of
was the main function.
surgery
Second one, what they didn't
marks
tell us about
on your
lower
face.
our inhibitions, make us more receptive to orders we'd likely disobey.
Which means
So-
they
so-
signed...
Power turned us into the perfect mercs.
So he's going into the
If you were so perfect, and the
I love
whole
that
agency-
pose.
sort of the explanation
How did it
of
fail? How come they didn't outfit the whole agency?
the augments that they got when they were assigned to Bell Tower,
After a couple of ops, I started experiencing
which is a memory blocker
memory bits
thing.
and fragments of past operations. Slowly, I
Designed
realized some of those
supposedly
operations
to
were
prevent, them from giving away important information if they're captured behind enemy lines. Well, they can just wipe their memory.
Aren't we all?
Of course, that's not what it was used for. And of course, it wasn't really 100%. It was kind of buggy, so these guys started to remember what they were doing in previous ops, which was apparently really bad. Also, apparently working for the Illuminati.
He quoted Apocalypse Now. You have to have men
I
who
kind of
are
like how.
and at the same time who are able to utilize their
No, go ahead. You're going to talk about this conversation. I was going to sidetrack
Well,
it.
first, I'd like to say, I'm not sure how I feel about this game quoting Apocalypse Now, but I guess it makes sense. Like, there's this taboo in media about having characters reference actual real-world pop culture. I guess, you know, they'll probably still remember Pulp Fiction in, you know, the next century or so, but... I mean, not Pulp Fiction, Apocalypse Now. Anyway, but the other thing is, even playing as, like, a really big speech, like, persuasion character, and someone who always plays speech persuasion characters when it's an option in video games, I really liked how there wasn't really a way to win this conversation. That I know of, you really can't, like, convince this guy verbally to lay down.
I think this is how I get to the Casey point.
Nothing gives you that right.
If you can, it's
You have
really,
to turn
really
yourself
hard.
in. Play this by the book.
You can't win in that you can't make them stop without killing them.
These
No.
men I'm going to kill, they have names, families. Their deaths shouldn't be erased from my
Chris was
memory
saying
once
earlier, I like
they're
that pose. Were you
They
talking
should
about the
haunt me
one hand on hip pose?
until I find
Just
the
all of
way
Jensen's
to
poses, the like sassy arm cross and all that stuff.
I like that one hand on hip, that sort of "oh no you didn't" pose. It looks so out of place for him. It actually looks like he's
Say
making.
what?
I like to imagine he's
Your
mocking
Check
this
this
other
out.
guy, and the other guy doesn't get it.
Here we
Don't
go.
throw that away by becoming a vigilante who'll be remembered as a terrorist. Make them pay in accordance to the law.
Oh,
not by
snap.
breaking it.
It's a cute little toy you have there, Jensen. Don't waste your time. Your Cassie won't work on me.
Also, he pronounces it Cassie, which I think is the only time I've heard it pronounced that way in the entire
You know,
game.
it
So,
was really, 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 really well adjusted of him not to totally flip out over using your mind control ray on him. Like, too well adjusted.
so we could blow him up, but I think it's more fun if he just runs around and kills more bell tower guys.
I think you're wrong.
Okay.
But I don't think it's
I
my
would
place to
love
try to
if
stop you either.
if you had the Typhoon,
Do what
if
you
you
have
would get a
to do.
third option there that was just Typhoon.
I didn't want you to die for a cause that isn't yours.
Like, don't
The
make
renegade
me, don't make-
interrupt.
Yeah, don't make me drop out of
Now they're all
conversation to
gone.
drop this on him.
They disappeared.
Ew, you stepped in that water, Josh. Now go shopping for new
It's
shoes.
chocolate milk. That's what it is.
Hey,
It's
Jensen,
the city's
So
chocolate
Lasney
milk
here.
line.
So, Lasney, how'd you get this frequency?
you're no
Must be
stranger
awesome to
top
live
secret
in
augmentations,
China.
Jensen, you figure it out. In the meantime, just want to let you know I've contacted some of my old pals at Bell Tower. Got them to reassign a couple
I love how he
roles.
contacts you like literally
Got a few less
like
problems to
30
deal with
seconds
for a
after he leaves. It says, "Hey, I've done all this stuff and gotten them to reassign patrols and everything."
Yeah, that would be
I think
really
he didn't
awesome
actually
if
do
it
that,
made-
but he's like, there's no way he's gonna know I didn't do this.
Actually, I think it'd be more interesting if they did it like hours later, like you're on Panchea or whatever. And it's
have
like, hey
found
Jensen,
I cannot stress enough the importance of this task, Mr. Jensen.
I went and I cleared out all the bell tower guards that were
Found it.
guarding that building
Really,
so you
Mr.
can get in
Jensen?
there. And you're like,
You have been able
I
to
was
make
there
him
days
understand
ago,
reason?
dude.
Will
Oh.
he turn himself in?
Never mind. I didn't actually kill anybody. I was just kidding.
It's a long story, Doc.
Bye.
I tracked Zelazny and
or
his
better
men.
yet, if it happens in
hiding
the
in
middle
the
of
sewers. After
the
targeting him,
expansion pack.
I decided to let him go.
What?
Yeah.
But he is
Just
a
some
dangerous
character from
man,
the main
Mr.
game
Jensen.
that you might not even
You
remember.
should not have done
Hey
this.
Jensen!
The men Zelazny's after are far more dangerous than he is. His methods are extreme, but I think his cause is justified.
It's like what I would do if I were in
I
his
had not
shoes.
foreseen such a thing.
You know, I know we
believe you
made
are
fun
wrong,
of his
Mr.
haircut
Jensen.
last week,
You
but
should have
I'm
stopped
worried
them.
my haircut
Here
is
a
pretty
passage.
close to that at this point.
It's all I have.
Well, you know what you should do then is obviously style it in a mohawk, because I can't go to one MMO and not have like 17 different mohawk hair options and then 3 different hair options for normal hair when I'm
They don't
making my
even-
character.
I know they don't even have like parted on the right and left, but they will have 11 different kinds of mohawks. MMO developers, we're on to you and your mohawk evangelism.
Mohawk Illuminati.
Oh, that's it.
Returning to tonight's biggest story.
So that's it. It's an ancient conspiracy of all the nations in the world in order to get people to wear mohawks.
When the Europeans came to the Americas, the Mohawk tribe was not eliminated. It just went underground.
I'm pretty sure that is not what that tribe actually was about.
Totally read it on
No.
Wikipedia.
I'm sure that there was an
Totally
entire
wrote that
Indian
was what it was
tribe,
about on Wikipedia.
yeah, that was dedicated to nothing but hairstyles. Like that's all. They were like way ahead of everybody in Europe as far as hair technology goes.
Weren't they actually wiped out by the mullet tribe?
The mullet tribe. That's horrible. That would have been. Yeah, they were. They were called the Europeans.
I didn't know Richard Dean Anderson fought in
Everything you want, right
the
here.
American expansionist conflicts.
And scene. Are we getting
Oops.
explosive rounds?
I may have just accidentally sold my revolver ammo.
I hate that. I've done that same mistake, and I don't even know what to blame it. Yeah, you did. You sold. You sold. You're selling. Oh well. You have tons of money.
So 2 weeks ago when the
Yep.
DLC was on sale, I ended up getting all of the main game DLC as well as the expansion pack. It's a little weird to start the game and be told getting DLC a year
Bye-bye.
after the game's
See you
release, or
soon.
6 months after the game's release. Thanks for pre-ordering the game. Here's 10,000 credits.
Nice. So this is what the jump log is most useful for. Jumping up to the very top of the ladder and then hitting E and grabbing the ladder. So you don't have to climb up the whole damn thing.
You must
All right.
get that chip back, Mr.
Yep.
Jensen.
According to IMDb, this lady is actually Chinese, so we are not allowed to make fun of her. Any
What kind of
charges of
information are we
racism
talking
is
about here?
reflected back on us.
What could people be so eager to
So we
sell?
can't make
I
fun of
am
her.
not at liberty
Okay,
to
but
say.
is she a native of China or is she American?
That's a racist
Got the
question. You
chip.
can't ask
The
that.
sellers
That
are
makes
out
you a
cold.
racist. You lose.
Excellent work. Seems Mr. Darrow was right to
Wow,
trust
I have
you.
7 Praxis
Mhm.
points.
We will
Check-
send people to take care of the terrorists. Could I
I
see the
actually
chip?
don't know. I mean, trolling aside, I have no
How about
idea.
you
I know
tell me
nothing
what's on it
about her.
first?
I tried to look her up
Blackmail,
on
Mr.
YouTube.
Jensen?
There's
Don't
no
waste
videos that
your
are
time.
definitively her.
I
I've
won't
seen
tell
pictures
you
of her.
I'm not
anything.
blackmailing. I just want to know
Besides,
what's
there
on
are
it.
stones better left unturned.
So speaking of which,
Might as well just give me the chip and leave it at that.
wait. God damn it. I totally
I
lost
do
what I was
believe
going
she is a beta.
Look, you're a powerful young woman.
You know, it's really also
You're in a
kind of
position that
creepy,
warrants
like
your
boiling
access to
down
classified
social
information.
interactions to Alpha,
I
Beta,
understand that not
Omega.
everybody should get their
It
hands
smacks
on
of
this,
the
but I'm
douchebag
like you.
pickup artist
I
community
work for a
bullshit.
powerful man, and I get entrusted with secret information on a daily
It
basis.
does.
Try, yeah,
Plus, I'm
try
the one who
priming her with
busted
some
his ass
negging
getting
about her
this chip for
haircut,
you.
then
I
moving
guess
for the
your
armpit
point is
fart.
not entirely without merit. But understand,
And
this
then
information
mention
is
your candy
extremely
bar collection.
confidential. It concerns Panchaea. And
So did
not
anyone
Lots.
besides
the
me actually manage to get
Hiram
this out of her?
project.
Hiron Project. Never heard of
Yes.
I'm not
I
surprised.
did. Yes.
Okay.
It
I,
is a
I
well-guarded
had to
secret.
save and reload,
But
you know,
without it,
eventually if you
Panchaea
throw
could not
yourself up
exist.
against that wall enough
Such an
times, you'll
ambitious
guess at the right
project.
answer.
An installation
extending all the way to the ocean floor that will somehow do something to global warming, I get.
Yet the slightest defect in
Sounds
structural
legit.
We just wanted to
could
build
bring it all down.
a big tower
That's
that
why
goes
we
down
needed
to the
something
bottom of
powerful
the ocean
and
floor and
extremely
then
efficient to
drain all the
monitor
water in the
us
center.
day and night.
You're saying the
Can you
Hyron project is some kind of
imagine
advanced
the
computer?
pressure that would be
Yes,
on those
I
walls,
suppose you could say
even
that.
a few
Thank
hundred
you for
feet
your
down,
honesty.
having
Information is safe with me,
vertical
don't worry.
walls.
Here's your data chip.
Ah,
It-
perfect. You don't know what
Yeah,
this
and
means, Mr.
Ridiculous
Jensen.
to try and imagine
Your
how thick
I'm
that
not-
those walls would
I don't
need to be.
know
Thank you.
offhand
Even though
how
this was a
deep
favor for Mr.
the
Darrow,
Arctic Sea
he
is,
believes
but
he
I
should be
imagine it's
duly
not
rewarded.
shallow, especially near
Here
the
is a
pole.
payment in credits. I'm sure Mr.
I think
Darrow
Hugh
will
Darrow
wish
is
to
compensating for
congratulate
something.
you himself. Expect to hear from him soon.
Alright, so it was a chip that helped to regulate the blah blah blah. The water pressure.
It seems
Yeah,
David
check-
has a
oh,
flair for
I know I can
choosing
get
his
down
people,
here.
Mr. Jensen. You have done me a great service today.
Okay.
Glad I could help.
Where is? Oh,
Couldn't let information about something as sensitive.
This isn't the place for you, my friend.
I just need to get to. Oh, here we go. We'll go down the sewers.
Wait,
So, okay.
guys still won't let you in?
Nope.
That's so goofy. Like, he gives you permission to run around inside of his base, but you can't leave and come back.
It is so Raven. I blew my own joke.
Nah.
Why are you crouching?
Oh,
in this?
fine. I
No,
guess
don't
we'll
do
shoot
that.
our way in.
Yes, definitely
Hey.
shoot your way in. If the alternative is crouching in sewer water, then definitely murder is your go-to solution.
I like how he comes in with I saw that. Like it's just such an insipid thing to say when you see an intruder.
Josh, we
I know.
have painkillers.
Oh yeah, that's right.
There it goes again, asshole. It's like no, you say intruder. Or, open fire. Or
Oh, for the love of!
I'm going to do terrible things to sensitive parts of your anatomy. You don't say I saw that. Is he gonna
I'm always
tattle on you?
just
There he
out
goes
of
again.
goddamn range.
Josh has got 99 augments, but Icarus ain't one.
Oh, yeah, the Icarus would have solved that. Man, if only I had a super electromagnetic parachute.
I've been thinking yes. In fact, when you were up on the roofs a few minutes ago, I was thinking, man, you know what would come in handy right now?
Oh, hey, how about that?
Hey
And
Mom,
we
I got this
were-
awesome job with the Illuminati. Where does it start? The sewers!
What do you do? Walk back and forth all day.
Oh, I thought I hit the cinder block, but I guess not.
This game is
Oh,
claiming
dear.
that you are a merciful soul. This game does not know you very well.
As long as we're talking about that, actually, I saw several threads on Reddit recently that basically lambasted the game for sort of XP baiting players to play stealthily.
Okay.
Uh-huh. And that's not something that we've also lambasted here repeatedly.
Well, we haven't really accused. Go ahead, Shane.
Well, yeah, I mean, you get you can get XP for murdering them. I think it really just punishes you for murdering them uncreatively. You get bonus XP if you headshot them, if you take them down with like melee, It's just if you stand back and just hose
I need
everything
this.
down with bullets.
So we are breaking into Tong's place right now, correct?
No, this isn't Tong's place. What are you talking about? What? The guy was asleep.